Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is AnaJolene and I'm the author of the Glory MC series, the Moonrise Beach series, and the new Heartbreaker series. So as you guys can see, my Traveler's Company 2026 diary inserts arrived today. I picked up quite a few things from the lineup this year, so I'm very excited. If you guys don't know, Traveler's Company is probably one of my top favorite stationery brands. I'm obsessed with it. I just love my Traveler's notebooks. I use them as my journals. So I'm very excited about this release. I've been waiting for the release date for quite a while. I actually have another order. Make that two more orders coming with some more Traveler's Company stuff. So if you like Traveler's notebooks and Traveler's Company, definitely subscribe to my channel because I have so many videos coming up with my setups and flip throughs and things like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started and I'll unbox my haul here. I have things from the new 2026 collection, but I also have a few things that I picked up at the same time. So let's get started. So I think I'll start with the items that are just part of the regular line before I move into the 2026 stuff. So as you guys know, I have been using the passport size Traveler's notebook as my daily journal. I have flip throughs up on my channel if you want to check them out. So I grabbed a few inserts that I'm going to need for next year. Because I use these inserts for 2 months, so each one of these will last me 2 months. So I got 2 of the blank ones. This is the MD paper white and the insert number is 003, so I got 2 of those. And then I got 1 of the lined and then 1 of the grid. And I just really like the colors of these notebooks. One of the things I really like about these inserts is that their paper is really fountain pen friendly. You guys know I love to use my fountain pens. I change them up every single month, so I always look forward to that, and I love these inserts. I prefer the white ones, but some of the dated ones are cream. So it's just personal preference. One of the other things I really like about these inserts is that I love to decorate the covers. They always reflect like my current mood or what I'm into at that moment. So it's just kind of fun for me rather than just sticking with like one book, kind of like the Hobonichi instead. So I like having the multiple books. So I guess I could open up each one just so you can see what it looks like. You may be new to Traveler's Notebook, but this one is the blank white one. And then this is the lined version. What's funny is that when you get them in the regular size, the bigger size, the covers are not the same, so they're slightly different. So I particularly like the passport colors because they have like different colors. Whereas the other regular size, I think they're more like neutral, so kind of like gray, beige, and things like that. So this is what the blue lined one looks like. And I also have the grid. So check out my flip throughs. You can find setup videos also up on my channel to see how I use these. So I'm good on those now. And then I also grabbed the brass label plates. You can see that I actually took one off because last night I tested it out and I put it on my new passport. This is the blue one. I do have an unboxing video up on my channel for this, so check that out. You can see how I've set it up. But I just wanted to try it out to see if I would like it. So it comes in a pack of 6, and then here you can see that it comes with adhesive on the back. So what I've done is I put the adhesive on, you just peel it off, and then I stuck it to the back of this and I pressed it down, and it seems to be adhering pretty well. I know some people actually use like permanent glue or leather glue to adhere this to the front of their T-ends. I haven't needed to, but we'll see. I am going to be taking this on the go with me, so it'll be in my purse. So perhaps with time it may loosen from the cover, but I am prepared to stick it back on because I really like the look. I think it's super cute. It matches the Starbucks charm that I have here. So I have 5 more that I can go ahead and add to my other TN. So maybe I'll do a video on how to add these if you are interested. So let me know. But those are all of the items that I got from like the regular line. So you can pretty much pick it up anywhere. These, however, are part of the 2026 lineup. So as you guys can see, I grabbed quite a few things. Some of them are new to me. Let's start off with the customized sticker set. I purchased this last year and I started to use it. As you guys can see, I've been using the tabs. So those are included in here. You get 6 sheets. And for me, I really like the Traveler's Company items because they're kind of like collectibles for me. I just really like this Traveler's theme. The 2026 theme is Traveler's Spirit. So you can see that's written on pretty much everything here. So each year it'll change, but I still feel like overall the theme of traveling and journaling and adventure is very prominent in this brand, and I just really like that. I love that thought of journaling about your daily life and your adventures, all your travels and things like that. So year to year, even though the theme may change, I feel like you can still use the items each year because they don't necessarily write the year on it, and they all kind of like go together in terms of like the color and the overall theme of Traveler's Notebook. So I really, really like that. So let's go back to these stickers. These stickers here have a gold foil on them, and all of them here have the foiling. So these ones change every year. Some of them here, you can see that they do say the year, so 2026. I think there's about 4 of them that say it, and then the other ones don't. So I like this design. Like I said, they change every year, so it's always fun to see what they look like. I think this one's my favorite, but I also really like this one with the pen. And then this one's really cute. I know a lot of people like that one too. So they're all really beautiful. I'm excited to decorate my TNs and other accessories with this. And then here I also am excited about the tabs. So as you guys can see, I've been using them, and I have them also on the passport. So you get 2 sets of the monthly tabs in the large size, so that is for the regular. And then you also have for the small size, so this is for the passport. So you can put it on the side or on the top as you wish, and then they give you some extras that say travel, memo, list, important, and information. This one is blank. So I find those handy. They're really easy to apply. And then we have these icons. These are on like a translucent paper. I am actually going to be using that in this monthly, so I'm going to probably cut these up and put them in my passport. So I'll see how much I end up using these. I'm not sure what some of these icons mean. Like, what does this mean? Money? This one has like a file folder, a guitar, camera, cruise ship. There's a train. Many icons. Obviously the airplane and the luggage, so that's really nice. And then we have the translucent dot stickers. They come in 5 colors. The pink, they only have half the amount than the other colors. Kind of wish it was like the opposite because I don't really like this orange, but I again am going to be using that in my monthlies here, so I will probably cut these up into smaller sections so that I can fit them in my passports. We also have these adhesive pockets, so these are kind of like thin plastic. They have a little bit of foiling on them, and again, these designs change every year. So you have the analog lovers, the traveler's spirit, which is the overarching theme of this year, and then we also have this little guy, which I think is super cute. It says, "Hello, I'm a traveler. Use tools that you love." So again, you can put these in the covers of your inserts just to add any bits of ephemera or maybe to hold your stickers and other things like that. So I'm gonna probably find some places in my setup for these guys. And then lastly here, we also have these transfer stickers. These are alphabet and number stickers, and you have them in 2 different sizes. I use these actually quite often just to help me label my inserts for archiving. So I think these come in handy actually. So I'm happy to have another set of those. So here again, you get 6 pages. All right, so now let's move into the fun stuff for me. I got the clear folders both for the passport and the regular size. My regular size for this current year actually is starting to split here at the bottom, so I definitely need a new one. So this is the new one for 2026. Let's open it up. So I feel like the colors that they chose this time are a little lighter. Normally they go for darker, deeper colors like forest green and things like that. But this one has a light blue background. The foiling there at the top is in green, which I think is super pretty. And then you have foiling here at the bottom that says make everyday life an adventure with traveler's spirit. And then this is actually what one of their locations, their main location, looks like. So I thought that that was kind of cool. And at this time, instead of doing like the collage that they have done in the past, this one is just kind of like one illustration, which I think is really cool. So it's a little bit cleaner. This is what it looks like on the back, a little bit more simple. And then this is the passport. So this time it is kind of like this peachy orange color and then a kind of spring green. So let's open up this one. I love collecting these. So the main difference between this company and like another brand like Hobonichi is that whereas Hobonichi does many designs for their folders or their pencil boards, Traveler's Company just has one of each size. So I feel like when you are purchasing them, the demand is a little bit higher just because there's only like one design. So for the passport, it's blue foiling this time, which I think is super pretty. And again, I kind of like the lighter colors, so I'm excited to see what they look like. I think this will look really stunning in my Kyoto TN because it kind of matches the blue. So that'll be really fun. And then this will probably match better with the new insert that I'm going to be using. Okay, so let's move on to the pencil boards. Again, there are one of each design. So one for passport, one for the standard or regular size. So this is the standard one. And the colorway this year is orange and blue. As you guys can see, there's some foiling accents there. Normally I don't go for this colorway, but I actually really like the designs. You can see that you have like the records there, the coffee, this little guy is showing up again. And then the back this time is in a dark green color. So that's really nice. I often use this as a guide when I'm using the blank inserts. And then this one is my favorite design of all of them. This is the passport size pencil board. And I just love this one. I love the colors. This kind of like peachy pink and darker green color is like very me. I love the designs. My favorite thing about this is this little guy here. It's the pen and fountain pen and ink. You guys know I love my fountain pens and inks. And then I also especially love this, the little camper car. I have the Road Trip TN coming to me. I ordered it the other day, so that it'll have this on it, which I'm so excited about. So those are the 2 pencil boards. On the passport, it is blue. So you have blue and green this year. Really cute, right? I love it. And then lastly, let's go over the inserts that I purchased. So for the passport size, I got the dated monthly. This is actually my first year getting the dated monthly. Last year, I don't think I got anything in the passport, but the year before that, I did get the weeklies. This time though, I am changing up how I'm going to be using my passport. I want to use it as a journal on the go, but also kind of like a wallet. So this insert here will be replaced with this guy right here. So I'm excited to do my setup for it. I will definitely be filming my setup, so that will be probably the next video. that I film. So here is the 2026 guide. This comes with all of the inserts. So on the back here, you get the Traveler's Notebook passport size item list. So you have all of them listed there. This is really handy to have. And then here you get the description of why they decided on the Traveler's Spirit theme, which I always love to read, and I do keep these. Like I said, they're kind of like pieces of ephemera that I love to collect each year. Then again, we get the stickers. Usually we get like these ones that are similar each year. They just kind of change the color, but these ones also have the design for this year. So this little guy again, you can see, and then this one that matches the theme. So there are a few new ones here. And then this is the actual insert. So the cover is orange, and then the paper is cream. You get a little overview for 2026 and 2027 here. And then you have this perpetual calendar. So you have January to December up there, 1 to 31 down this way, and then it actually has the weeks listed as well. So that's very functional. You can start using this in December of 2025, and this is a 2-page layout. So it looks like this. Your Sundays are in red, and then you also have some holidays. They are written in kanji, so Japanese. So I'll quickly go over some of the pages. This is what it looks like. You have a column here at the side and a row at the bottom for extra notes, which is really nice. I plan on using this as basically a schedule or date book. Every time I'm out and about, I can schedule in appointments here. So I am looking forward to that. At the back here, there are a few extra pages. Just so you guys know, it does go into January 2027, so you have a little bit of forward planning there. You have the world map, so if you're traveling, you can mark the places that you've been. You also have a travel plan list as well as a ruler. And then you have the conversion, temperature, and body temperature conversion charts. And then after that, you have a bunch of blank pages, so I plan on using these either for tracking finances or just have some reference here, so any important information that I may need on the go. So it's a nice little insert. I have high hopes for this little guy, so I hope that I'll use it well in 2026. Then into my last item here, this is kind of like the reason why I made this order. I love using the weekly memo insert, and this will be my 2nd year using it. I have my other ones that I'm currently using. I had thought about trying out like the Rosy Life Planner and condensing 3 of my traveler's notebooks into one A5 Tomoe River planner. However, the more I thought about it, the more I realized I just can't leave my traveler's notebooks. I just love the feel of them. I love this paper, like I said, so I went ahead and got the weekly memo. So I'll show you what it looks like. They also do a vertical layout. I have tried that 2 years ago, but I definitely feel like the week on one page with the grid is my jam. So again, we have the guide, and it matches the larger pencil board, or clear folder rather. And again, you get the information and the item list for the regular or standard size. Then we get 2 stickers, 1 and 2 here. This one largely stays the same, they just change the year, and then this one matches the theme. So I like to put 1 on each. And then here's the actual insert. It comes in a pack of 2. So you have January to June in one, and July to December in the other. I like these colors. I kind of vibe better with the blues rather than the orange. So I'm excited because I am going to be using these 2 for next year, the blue TNs. So I think the blue covers will match. So this is what it looks like. I'll just do a quick flip through because I noticed that whenever I watch videos of these, no one ever flips through the inserts, so you don't know what it looks like. So I'm going to do it for you. So here again, we have the 2026 and 2027 overview, and we have the perpetual calendar. This one's a little bit more functional because you have more room. It's 2 months on a page. So January to April here, and then it actually tells you the number and even the days. You also have holidays in Japanese there. So this is what the whole year will look like, and you do get the whole year in each book, so that's great for forward planning. And then this is the actual layout. So you can actually start using this in the last week of December. And you have the week on one page and grid on the other. Here at the top you have the previous month and then the current month, and it also tells you like what week you're on. On this grid there are some lines that are slightly darker, so if you want to extend the line here you can do that as well. And this is one of my favorite sizes, standard or regular size. I feel like it's just the perfect amount of room for planning as well as journaling. So I like to do kind of like a weekly reflection each week. And I print out pictures using my Canon ArieBea photo printer, and I put them in here. So that is what it looks like. There's not many notes pages at the end. So if we look into the next one, this one goes from July to December. It has the same kind of layout. So the perpetual actually starts from July, and then it'll go a little bit into 2027 for February. And again, it's the rest of the year, so same layout for the whole book with not many blank pages at the end. What I can do is quickly show you how I've been using it so you can get a few ideas. So this is my insert for this year, and this is how I use it. So I pick a pen and ink to match the sticker kit that I use to decorate. These stickers are all from my shop. And then, like I said, I do print out photos from the week and I put them there. These are adhesive on the back, so they're kind of like stickers. So I love it. It's very easy. You can print them right off my phone. So yeah, I really, really love it. And this is the current month at the moment. So I do have journal with me videos as well as like flips and setups of my traveler's notebooks on my channel, so if you're interested in those, go ahead and check them out. I have a lot of stickers in my shop for the traveler's notebook sizes. We even have printable inserts for the passport and the regular size. So if you're interested in any of those TN items, you can find them all in my shop. Don't forget to use the code SAVE10 to save 10% off. So that is my first haul for the 2026 Travelers Company items. Like I said, I have 2 more Travelers Company orders coming in, so I hope one of them can come today, and we'll see about the other one. But I will be doing setup videos for both of these guys, my passport and my standard. So if you're into that, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching today. Let me know what was your favorite item from this haul, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!